The same year astronomer Galileo died, another prodigy was born in the village of Woolsthorpe, Lincolnshire in 1642. His name is Isaac Newton. Newton was born during the dawn of the scientific revolution, an era where science and reason started questioning logical rules set up by the Catholic Church. At a young age, Newton was intrigued by time and motion. He built kites, little boats, windmills. Newton attended Cambridge College, where he learned under famous mathematician Isaac Barrow, where Newton was learning meditation, isolated himself, owned a library of books, worked 7 days a week, 18 hours a day, pushed himself to the limit to learn physics. Unfortunately, in the fall of 1665, a plague struck England, which forced Cambridge College to close its doors, and the 23-year-old went back to his birthplace, Woolsthorpe. During that time, which Newton called the prime of my life for invention, he discovered gravity under the famous apple tree that we all heard of. Where he was laying down and an apple falls, then he thought that the same force that was holding the apple on the tree is the same force that is holding the Earth and other planets in their orbits. However, Newton did not stop there. He wanted to prove that his theory was correct, so he went on solving mathematical problems, and he encountered a challenge where he wanted to find the acceleration or velocity of an object at an instant of time. This is how he discovered calculus, which is a different discipline of mathematics with using functions and limits, but he never published or told anyone about his discoveries. Newton discovered the laws of gravitational attraction and performed and interpreted a series of fundamental observations on the nature of light. For the rest of this video, we will look at one of Newton's endeavors, which are the laws of motion, which are keys to learning physics and mechanics. The first law. Newton stated, an object at rest or of uniform motion will remain so until an external force compels it. If you don't know what force is a pull or a push acting on an object. Rest. Newton means that the object will never do any movement until something external of it causes it to, and this agrees with our everyday life experience. For example, if you set a coffee mug on top of a table, it will not move until you pick it up, push it, or something else that has the same ability to move it. Uniform motion. This one is less obvious and can contradict experience. Let's make up a scenario where one a skater and the other a skier. They're both traveling at the same velocity. Without us adding any more force, the skier is traveling on a smoother surface than the skater. Who do you think will come at rest first? The friction is not identical to both situations. So if there are no forces opposing either one of their movements, they will keep sliding forever. The skater. His landscape will cause him to come to rest quicker than the skier, because the skater has more friction opposing his movements. The second law. The force impressed on an object is proportional to its acceleration. If you impress a force on an object, it will generate a motion. Double that force, and it will double the motion, and triple that force, it will triple the motion. This means acceleration is directly proportional to force. This law is the key foundation to all dynamic theories. It is more general but not easily explainable. It is implied that acceleration depends only on mass and force. It does not depend on what kind of force, whether of gravitation, electric, mechanical, magnetic, nor does acceleration depend on the shape of the body or its constitution, whether it is wood or lead, or the matter or its state, whether it is solid, liquid, or gas. The second law can be applied to calculate the fluid flow. You might have heard or seen this famous equation before somewhere, which is F equals mass times acceleration. In SI units for mass, it has a unit of kilogram, acceleration is meters per second squared, and force has a unit of kilogram times meter per second squared, or simply Newton. Both acceleration and force are vector quantities, and mass is a scalar quantity. The third law: to every action there is always opposed and equal reaction. The third law differs from the first and second law in this aspect. The first two laws only focus on the behavior of a single body, while this law involves two separate distinct bodies. The action force exerted by object A and object B is equal in magnitude but opposite in direction to the reaction force exerted by object B and object A. If you press the wall with your hands are also pressed by the wall. I appreciate you so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Have a great day.